hate the homies.
Ladies and gentlemen, billy goats, cats, chipmunks, whatever you are, lambs, sheep, and turtles.
Wolverines.
Welcome to another episode of I Hate the Homies, episode number 82. Rock Teasy's Who I Be.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, a.k.a. Griffstradamus. And when I think of episode 82, I'm going to go right with Shannon Sharp, Ozzie Newsome, and John Stallworth. And I hate the homies, go blue.
And this is your boy Super Dave. I ain't got much to say. And that's surprising. But guess what? Yo,
we don't care. Let's get it popping. Griff, you know what? We're going to let you do the honors. You are the champion. You are big Michigan Wolverine himself.
Wait, look at the shirt. Look at the shirt he got on.
I got it. He's still wearing the Rose from the week before.
No, yeah, that was the Rose Bowl, and then I got the championship one too because we won them both. We won, that's the whole thing.
You ready?
Hold on. Let me just let the commentators talk. I don't want to talk.
It's a polarizing figure. There are people out there that believe that whatever Michigan does is tainted. That's up to you to decide. But hail, Michigan! They are the champions of college football 2023.
Let me tell you what the best part was outside of being there. The best part was if the place held, I think they said, I don't think, I'm actually certain, 73,308 people, probably 50,000 was Michigan fans, maybe 47,000. When Washington lost, that little section that was right there, that was Washington. Now, shout out to the Washington fans. Very fun, super duper cool. They hate Oregon like we hate Ohio State. They was like probably the whole Big Ten gonna hate Oregon. They had me laughing a lot. Very classy fans. Shout out to Houston, the NRG Center or the NRG Arena. It was proper. There's no bad seats in there. And the Michigan fans stayed literally until they flicked the lights and was like, all right, y'all, like, y'all gotta go, man. It's like 50,000 of y'all. Go ahead and go. Like after the confetti and everything else, I was nervous. It seemed like it was 20-13 forever.
Right.
Forever. And then 3 and out for them, 3 and out for us, 3 and out for them, 3 and out for us. It was like, come on, get it together. Now that ain't the JJ that I wanted to come with only 140 yards, but he also had no interceptions to that Michael Penix Jr., who had 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. What happened to his amazing running back who rushed for over 1,000 yards? He only finished with 33.
But you know he was hurt. You know he was hurt before the game started.
I know. And
he had a bad wheel.
His wide receivers let him down, but it was rushing 300 yards, rushing. That Michigan, Donovan Edwards with 2 quick ones, and then Corum in the end. It was beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? JJ, take a break. And it seemed like they was just pushing them Washington boys. They was just pushing them. They was just, that offensive line was just doing whatever they wanted to do with them. It was something special, but I'll let y'all talk on it. I ain't got nothing to say except call me Jason the Jet. You already know.
You already got that thing, boy.
I remember when he got it. I remember he had the video.
Let me start off by saying this. First of all, congratulations, Griff, dog. Congratulations to all the Michigan Wolverines fans. Y'all earned it. And even though I picked Washington, it doesn't shock me. You know, Michigan, they got to the playoffs last year. They was in the playoffs the year before last too, right?
Yes.
We've been in there. It's been 3 years in a row, dog.
Yeah, so it was just a matter of time, man, you know, in the Jim Harbaugh era. So let me say this, though. and I said this on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Michigan are the champs. Y'all won it, and it is what it is. Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. picked the wrong game to have his off game. Like, the dude's accuracy was, I don't want to say horrible.
Oh, no, it was horrible.
He missed three. He missed 3 potential touchdowns, like, for real.
But
so I'm not even blaming
him. He finally threw it to him.
I'm not even blaming the wide receivers. Like he overthrew 2 that would have been touchdowns in a third possible.
We was like this.
Oh my goodness. So that would have changed the whole dynamic of the game. It ain't no excuse. Washington are the champ. I mean, Michigan's the champs, but Penix Jr. was off that most of that game, man. It is what it is, man. And they did. Here's what impressed me the most about Washington. This gonna sound weird because when you look at the statistics of rushing, Michigan, what they did in the run game, you know, they did a great job of adjusting. After your boy ran them doggone those first 2 touchdowns,
they stopped them. They didn't. They weren't letting nothing happen up the middle. Agreed.
They stopped them. You know, Corum came back and he started, you know, nickel and diamond. You know, you looked up, man, he had 134 yards. You didn't even realize at the end of the game.
Exactly.
But Washington did a good job of adjusting on defense. And you're right, man. That back and forth 3 and out, man, that could have got ugly for Michigan for a little bit. But Pence was just off. But it is what it is, man. Congratulations.
They won, you know, speaking of Michigan won this game in the first quarter. That's when they won the game because you didn't have any kind of pressure on J.J. McCarthy. The running game was the biggest key for Michigan. When you had the 2 big runs from Edwards, they had over, 209 yards in the first half?
Yeah.
I mean, Washington adjusted, but I think those 2 touchdowns were the killer because you didn't force JJ to beat you. It was the running game. And you couldn't get your running game going because Dylan Johnson had the bad wheel, which is understandable. He wanted to play. He played in the national championship game. But I think the biggest key was they did put pressure on Penix. They got a couple of sacks in this game, Michigan did. But I think from the beginning, they set the tone by them not knowing exactly where that blitz was coming from. They didn't get to him to get a sack, but they rushed him. And from that point on, he never got on track. I mean, he missed 3 touchdowns, at least 2 touchdowns for sure. That was possible easy against Oregon or any other team in the Pac-12. But against Michigan, they made it difficult for him. So you got to give them their props. And I'm going to say this about Michigan. They went through a tough stretch, losing to Georgia 2 years ago. The way they lost to Georgia.
Oh, they mopped us up. We didn't lose. They lifted us up like that dog on Foghorn Leghorn, the rooster, mopping with the wood.
Yes, you go through that, but then last year you lose to TCU the way you lost to TCU. But I think the biggest thing for them was the veteran team. They've been through getting dusted by a Georgia team, losing a close one they should have won against TCU. And they had to come back this year because this might be Jim Harbaugh's last year with Michigan, but they had to come back and win it. And I think he has a veteran team. And I think that's the biggest part of what we don't see in college football anymore. Veteran teams. And that's what they have. They went through. What are you looking at like that for? What's the veteran team you talking about?
Oh, no. I'm a little shocked because 2024 is just the new and improved Super Dave. Like,
no.
Even though Michigan won the championship, I'm waiting for you to tell Griff 10 reasons on why it was a fake. I wanted to be that guy that said it was tainted, but I can't because of what they went through. I thought the schedule in the Big Ten was soft, but they beat Ohio State. But then they beat the team that nobody thought they could beat, which is who? Alabama. Once they did that, whatever people want to say, if they want to say what happened with Jim Harbaugh off the field, him getting suspended twice this year.
We paid for it. You can't give people double jeopardy.
That's
right. Twice for the same thing.
And that's why I'm not going to do it because the bottom line is y'all won the championship. They can't take it back. I mean, look at Reggie Bush. Look at what Reggie Bush did winning the Heisman Trophy. Because he took money, they took the Heisman Trophy away from him. But what do we still remember? He did it on the field. And I can't discount what they did on the field. Who else beat them? Nobody did. They went 15-0.
Not Dan Nutter.
If somebody would have beat them, then I could say something. But right now, They beat all teams they were supposed to beat to win a national championship.
I never said it out loud. I was very nervous about going into this game with Michael Penix throwing for 4,600 yards, the most in all of college. I knew he had a rocket. I knew he had, you know what I'm saying?
We got
our defense, the two teams that we played that was the hard games, Ohio State, all we had to do was stop Marvin Harrison Jr. on that side, but that was one person. I was thinking, okay, Washington got the two wide receivers, and then the play action going to be hard. But it just simply shows to everybody that's listening and watching, defense wins championships. Our defense smacked them boys in the mouth. They was covering good. I loved how Harbaugh respected that passer in Penix Jr., and didn't blitz all the time. It looked like
they showed it a lot.
Washington practiced the blitz. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had quick dump offs that never were working because we wasn't blitzing. It was just a front for the blitz. And
this is the biggest key. They didn't give up the big play.
Right.
And that's what Washington lives on. When you look at what they did through the Pac-12 all season long, it was big. That's the Pac-12 anyway, giving up big plays and getting big plays. Michigan made it a point. They kept their safeties way back. You're not getting the 30 and 40 yard. It has to be a perfect pass. And to that day, yesterday, on Monday night, Penix couldn't deliver. I hate that for the kid because I had him as my Heisman Trophy winner.
I did too. And I told all the Washington fans, I thought he got robbed. The dude from LSU, I don't know, you know, and they was like, yeah. Then I said, but what you not gonna do?
Was bad, but he was to me, he wasn't on a great team.
What you gonna do? What you not gonna do, Michael Penix, is take your anger off on us. Go to the NFL, dog. Go be awesome. Go be the second pick in the whole NFL, the second quarterback picked, and that'll be good for you. Michigan fans, y'all know how we do. 15-0, hell.
So okay, but Griff, so what do you say to the fans? We heard the commentators start off the show what he said after the game last night. Some people will say, just like they did with the Houston Astros a few years ago when they were stealing signs and stuff like that, people said their championship or their World Series were tainted. What do you say to those people right now about y'all championship?
When my daughter was 9 years old, if we were playing Uno and you said, no, you can't win because you got all the draw fours, she would then reply, loser talk. That's what I would say calmly. It's loser talk. I don't care what nobody else say. Not only do I got a championship, I was there. The last time we won was in 97, and we had to split it. So
split that bad boy. 1948 was the real last one, right?
Right. Like, you know, numbers that don't count. So what I also loved, and I was there with my manager, what I also loved is it was grown people there. It was people our age from Washington, from Michigan. And we was all like, hey, man, this it for us. We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Our grandkids gonna have to take it from here because we aging out. Like, so it felt good, man. We could talk about the NFL. I'm good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because even at the beginning of the season, I thought that Michigan was a good team. Now, I thought their schedule was soft in the Big Ten because I thought the Big Ten.
We got a soft schedule. We ain't playing nobody. Indiana, Purdue.
Yeah. Until y'all play Ohio State, and then y'all played Alabama.
Yeah, the Maryland game was Maryland.
Not even hour in the Big Ten championship game because they had no offense.
Oh, the Big Ten championship was just this.
That was a joke. So my whole thing was, I thought you guys would be good, but you know what? Deep down inside, just like I do with Rock, I just don't want to see y'all happy. I just don't.
That's a dog on it.
I already know me right now.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you something that don't make sense though. This viral video that went nuts on the internet showing a woman expecting the only man at a birthday party or birthday dinner to pay the $700 bill that he knew nothing about all the guests that end up coming. So he's like, look, I'm bringing my girl to celebrate her birthday, and all these other people showed up, friends that he wasn't aware of. Here comes the bill, $700, and all the women are expecting him to pay the bill. He's like, time out. We're going to give you our thoughts and opinions on that next.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate checks. Dave, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying with credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We're doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But
the.
you participate. I know we ain't got shit. I know. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday for real. Okay, well, it don't matter to me because I didn't have anything. No.
But you
it's
still
Donnie's
paid.
birthday. Wait a minute. We're not doing this.
But you
But
paid
you
though.
sat
So
at
you
the
still.
table. You don't pay for a seat. Okay, well, yes. No.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care.
and everything on this
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order gratuity.
All right, that's good, man. We get the picture.
Yeah.
So
And I know the dude that's in there, and it said later it was a skit, and you can, now that I'm watching it, you can clearly see.
I hate when they do that, man.
No, but I appreciate that. So skits are starting to turn into something somebody read or something somebody saw. So we can talk about it. Like and the bottom line is if I invite y'all to my wife's birthday party at a restaurant, see, I'm not a fan of restaurant birthday things because of that. Because I think if you invite people, you kind of gotta pay for it. Like,
that was his point.
Am I wrong?
No,
like, I think
that's the point. Like, if you invite people, everyone you invite to your dinner, you should foot that bill because you're inviting them.
That's what I thought, dog.
But if random people show up because other people that you invited more people,
right?
Like I invited Griff. If Griff gonna invite 4 people that I didn't know about, then those 4 people on their own.
Agree. But but see, that's why, and I'm thinking in my mind, have I ever had, and I haven't. I don't want to have a birthday party for my spouse at the Cheesecake Factory, and then at the end it's 40 people there, and we all everybody think I'm gonna pay for it. I'm not paying for it, but see, I'm me, dog. So in the beginning, I'm gonna say separate checks. Everybody going separate checks,
right?
So, but I wouldn't just because I don't like that part that we talking about right now. That's exactly why I wouldn't have a party at the Cheesecake Factory. Rock, look how dumb Super Dave look right now, because all he want to say is, I ain't having a party for my wife ever.
You got it. So that's the word.
His
wife don't need a birthday party. Only the kids. Only the kids, and they only getting them until they 11. After 11, them and their mama can have their own birthday parties. I ain't paying for them. I'm not buying a pinata. I'm gonna buy a pinata and put feathers in the inside of it. How about that? You just gonna be hitting. Ain't no candy.
Well, see,
Super Dave's wife right here. I wish I had a party.
I wish I had a birthday party.
If I'm gonna have a party for my wife, if I'm having a party for my wife, and I know some of the girlfriends she has that she's been around, I'm asking them, do y'all want to come out and be a part of my wife's birthday? Not a party, just a get together. That's all it is. So I'm gonna make it clear at that point. It's just a get together at the restaurant, but I'm not paying for the food.
You better tell them that up front.
I'm telling them. I have a problem telling somebody up front.
Yeah, if you don't tell them that up front, and if you don't tell them that part up front, and you invite them to come hang out, you got to be responsible for paying the bill. If you don't say that,
on behalf of all the dudes, Super Dave, we hate you. We hate that you don't do nothing nice. But hold on a second. Let me check with the secretary. Can we just get a gift card for his wife? And we can give it to him?
Can we get a Starbucks card?
We got to talk to HR, but we're going to try to work something out. Okay, head of all dudes out.
But I'm going to tell you this. All that other stuff that was going on at the dinner table about
that really happens.
Huh?
That really happens.
I mean,
that really happens all the time. But then
if that happens, I'm shutting that down. I'm not.
Yeah, I ain't going to let you sit there and look dumb. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.
I'm not going back and forth with no women. I mean, I'm making it clear. Okay, maybe I didn't say it, but I'm telling you right now, y'all paying for y'all damn meal. That's it. And I said
on behalf of the dudes in the whole world, we would not like you to beat the table up of women, Dave. We just want you to talk to them softly. Maybe text your wife while you sit next to her and tell her to talk to her homegirls, but we don't need you throwing meat and throwing other things at the table. Okay, HR.
But it depends. Hey, it depends. The way they came at him, I know it was a skit, but the way they came at him, y'all know that kind of stuff happens. That happens for real. And
the bottom line
put their hands in your face and doing all this kind of movement. Don't tell me you're not gonna say anything.
Oh, you don't like the neck action?
I can't stand that neck action.
And another thing, Dave, you ain't the boss of nobody, little man. How about that? Just because you better be glad she my friend. While you all over there ain't taller than 7 rices put together.
That's fine.
Nobody even want to come to your stupid party. I told him you was gonna act like this. I told him, Sheree, I told him he was gonna act like this.
But that's fine. I'm gonna have my wife put me on the table so I can talk down to them.
Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna have all the dudes again. Don't stand on the table at the Cheesecake Factory, dog.
I'm gonna stand out. Hey, Griff and Grock, I'm gonna send all of their food. I'm gonna be punching like George Jefferson would do.
You're gonna be stepping all on the mashed potatoes, like
funny. So
I'm getting my point across.
So all the homies out there and the homegirls, have a party somewhere that the food is already there, and because it just gets crazy. And then I like how people like to say, "Oh, I didn't know the drinks was. I thought you was paying for." Didn't I say? See, that's the difference between me and other folks. Didn't I say I was just paying for the drinks?
Right.
Or didn't I say I was just paying for the food? But again, I'm really thinking in my mind, I really don't believe I had a party at a restaurant before being grown, just because of that part right there.
Oh, we've had many.
And if you did, you're paying for almost like a buffet style, so everything's already paid for. My wife did that for me. She did that for me.
Me and Crystal have we have gatherings at restaurants, like dinners at restaurants all the time. We'll invite our friends or certain people. The people that we invite, we invited them.
He didn't invite us, right?
We gonna pay for it.
He ain't said nothing to us about a party, right?
It's for couples, Dave and Griff be in South Africa all the time. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the playoffs, man, in the NFL. I'm very excited. I watched a lot of football this week.
Let's get it, baby. Wild card round kicks off this weekend, man. We're gonna get into it next.
Wow.
Let's get it popping. Super Dave. We got NFL wild card round this weekend. And what matchups we starting off with? We're gonna start off with your Cowboys and Green Bay Packers. I mean, what's up with it?
Well, we know that the 49ers, they get the bye week this coming up week, and the Baltimore Ravens. So we all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the one seed in the NFC for San Francisco and the 1 seed in the AFC for Baltimore.
Okay.
But on Saturday, it kicks off. Let me get to my games. On Saturday, it kicks off in the wild card game. The Browns and the Texans. The Browns at the Texans. The Texans end up winning the division.
Let me tell you something.
Jacksonville fell apart.
I'm in Houston. I watched the Texans game in Houston at a sports bar. I was telling everybody there he was going with CJ Stroud will win Rookie of the Year. We talked about it too. He obviously did. But the Indianapolis Colts running back who missed a 4th and 2.
I got your text.
Easily could have got 9 yards on.
Touchdown.
He killed the world, but then Jacksonville got lifted the next day, and Jacksonville ain't helping none either. So shout out to the Texans. But when I think of the Texans and the Browns, it's Joe Flacco.
Bro was on his couch 6 weeks ago.
He was eating milk and cookies at night. Milk and cookies. They're going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Is something special about somebody who we all know on this podcast ain't never been no punk out of Delaware, dog. Won him a ship with the Ravens and has casually came back to the 4th string quarterback starting position and has brought the Browns to the playoffs, dog. I'm as much as I like the Texans all year, dog, I'm going with the Browns in this game.
There's no way that the Texans will win this game because Joe Flacco, piggybacking on what you just said, Griff, he ain't got no worries. He ain't got no cares. He ain't nervous because ain't nobody expecting him to do anything anyways. Man. So he's just out there playing sandlot football, having fun, like drawing up plays in the doggone huddle play. Say, all right, you go to the left, you go to the right, you go down and out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. He ain't got no worries, man. He going to beat the Texans and probably by like two plus touchdowns. I got Cleveland.
But the funny part is we could have eventually, if Deshaun Watson didn't get hurt, it would have been Deshaun Watson going against the Houston Texans in Houston.
That would have been a good one.
With all the massage coming out to the game, being on the sideline.
That would have been a good one. I wonder if he's going to show up.
Who you got, Dave?
I got the Browns.
Okay.
I got the Browns in this one. I'm happy for the Texans. And no matter what happens in this game, you won a division.
And they coming back, and they going to be a problem, dog. And shout out for their linebacker getting defensive player of the year. Them boys, that coach, and the Cleveland Browns head coach got coach of the year. But I don't know how.
Not yet.
That's what I got. That's what I saw.
I haven't seen that yet.
I thought I posted it on I Hate the Homies. Okay, I thought they would have gave it to your boy from the Texas.
And he might get it because I'm
looking at right now is a TJ Watt, defensive player, CJ Stroud. Yeah, Kevin Stefanski, coach of the year. Cleveland. Yeah, right here. It's on ESPN.
There you go.
Okay, I got you.
I reposted it on I Hate the Homies if y'all want to see all of them. Tyreek Hill, offensive player. TJ Watt, defensive. CJ Stroud, offensive. Will Anderson Jr., defensive rookie of the year from the Texans.
All right, so let's go to the
next game.
Let's go to Miami.
The second game on Saturday. Now, I don't know if we're all going to be able to watch this because it's on Peacock. What is the NFL doing?
Peacock app, dog.
Hey, dog.
If you didn't watch Bel Air, if you don't know, if you ain't watched the episode of Bel Air, you don't know what the Peacock app is.
Let me tell you something, man. The check and the money they made off of Amazon.
Yeah.
When they tested that Thursday night football,
Thursday.
They're like, oh, let's spread the wealth. Peacock got a check too. Let's go.
Peacock said, let me jump in over here on one of these players. Let me get a wild card game or something.
Come on.
And they got the Saturday night game. The Dolphins, who blew their chance to win the division, lost to Buffalo over the weekend.
Dog, it's the Tua that don't show up. It's the Tua that you don't. We know everything about him. We know he can southpaw you for 360, but we also know he'll let down the team and just throw for 196 and a couple interceptions. Is the Tua who they playing?
They're playing Kansas the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs.
The Cheetah is back in Kansas City. Every story, every playoff matchup has a story.
Yeah.
And it's, the Cheetah coming back to Kansas City.
You could say the story. Who you got in the game, Rock?
Is Waddle playing or not? Because if Waddle is not playing, I'm taking the Chiefs. If Waddle,
Kansas City look like garbage, dog. I'm going with Miami. I know. And they hit a playoff and they Arrowhead.
Let me tell you something, bro. Kansas City is not going to let Tyreek Hill blister them. Trust me. They're gonna say, okay, you could throw for 500 yards with everybody else, but Tyreek ain't gonna get them doggone yards.
I'm
That's why they need. That's why they need Waddle.
Yeah, you're going with your heart.
My
I mean,
heart
you need to
don't
be
work.
happy. Y'all were the last team that kind of killed the Chiefs.
Man, come on,
Yeah.
man. So if Waddle plays, Miami wins. If Waddle don't play, Kansas City wins.
It's hard to go against
Is
the Chiefs at home.
Yeah, but you gotta pick we gotta pick now though. Who you got?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I don't trust the Dolphins.
That
Rock,
Rock.
who you
Yeah,
got?
I hate to say it, man. I guess I got to pick one. So let's go with the Chiefs. Mahomes at home.
I'm gonna go with Miami, dog, just because I don't want to go with the Chiefs. And guess what? It's about time. It's time you lose in the playoffs. Good, whatever.
Not the first round, though. Not the first round.
Okay, Sunday.
First of all, they ain't been in the first round in almost a decade, dog. So let's see how it feel to play on a Saturday.
AFC wildcard game on Sunday kicks off with the Steelers at the Bills. I think it's simple.
First of all, CJ Watt is hurt, right?
Yeah.
CJ Watt's hurt.
Right now,
yeah. So
That's
I love
hard nose
fist fight,
fullback dive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In the snow. I know because of global warming, ain't no snow nowhere. But when I think of Pittsburgh and Buffalo in January, dog, I just think of a messy field with.
I think of Sega Genesis back in the day when you played them too.
Yeah.
Back with James Lofton and Jim Kelly and all them.
But I think it's simple. I think we saw it against the Bills and the Dolphins over the weekend. If Josh Allen has to be the one to pull you through, he's gonna turn the ball over. He almost cost him in that game against Miami.
That's what I was about to say.
Until they start running the ball. That's what got up to this point. That's what got him back in the playoff race. If they run the ball and limit Josh Allen's attempts down the field, it's the Bills all day.
You got the Bills?
I got the Bills.
As much as I love the Tomlin story, and I'm rooting for Pittsburgh because of that.
Mario.
Mario. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh because of Mike Tomlin, but this is the time that the Bills heat up. I got the Bills winning this game. Josh Allen is a turnover machine, but doggone it, he's also a playmaker. So I'm thinking he's gonna make more plays than turnovers. So I'm picking the Bills.
I'm going to go with my race. I'm going with the Steelers. Let's go, Mike Tomlin. They counted you out all year, dog. Let's go, dog. It's just the Bills. They beatable. You not a machine, Rock. You can lose. What's the next game?
Got a machine.
Don't always bet on black. I know you used to go with your race. Don't always bet on black. Okay.
That's cute.
Sunday.
Cute.
The Packers at the Cowboys.
Now, here's what's funny. You got to love that Jordan Love took over the reins. He did not make everybody forget Aaron Rodgers outright. He actually made everybody be more mad and happy that Aaron Rodgers didn't play at all for the Jets because they thought their whole season was over. Came back, brought them boys to the playoffs. They are about to get dusted by the Cowboys.
The Cowboys have the NFL leader in touchdown passes this year, which is
they got there, show it off.
They got the NFL reception leader in CeeDee Lamb. And they got the guy on the defensive side who has the most interceptions in the NFL. DaRon Bland?
DaRon Bland. Yes.
And we're talking about the Cowboys, again, going 12-5. They went 12-5 the last couple of years. They've always been beaten by the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Cowboys got to win this game. Because the bottom line is,
if they don't do it, it's a wrap for that whole team getting broke up.
I'm a Cowboy fan, and I'm just telling you how the Cowboy fans think right now. And I'm telling you, majority of them is not what they've done so far during the regular season. It's what you do in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Because the team people want to see them in the NFC Championship game. I got them going to Super Bowl, and I still continue to, because it's a journey. And I think they'll get over the hump. You see, Michigan got over the hump against Alabama, right?
I mean, was it a hump, or did we just mop up Alabama because they wasn't the freshest team in it? Stop it.
It wasn't the same. Wasn't the same Alabama. We've been saying that all year. But so
I
you
know.
got the Cowboys.
I got the
Cowboys too.
I got
Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
This is gonna be an
Yeah.
easy win. Easy win.
Okay, the Sunday night game, the Rams at the Lions.
Let's go. Let's go. I don't care that Matthew
Hold on.
Stafford's coming back to the Lions.
Can I just
Yes, he's going to
say-
get a standing ovation. Yes,
Yes.
the Lions fans are going to say, welcome home. But
Yes.
we're going to bust you in your mouth and send you back to L.A. Pick the Lions to win. I don't want to hear no kind of explanation. Just pick your doggone teams. I got the Lions. We are roaring past the first round. This ain't no faker. This ain't no
Griff,
one and done.
This
Y'all
how you
understand
look.
who Campbell is?
This
Understand.
how you look when y'all beat Ohio State. This is the kind of person you're getting the same thing right now from Rock. And
Pick
they
the
ain't won the
Lions.
game yet.
I love
Pick
it.
the Lions.
I love it because Rock is a real Lion fan. And like I've been saying all year, I saw a dude last night at the game, just one dude. His Michigan jersey was split with the Lions and Michigan with Aiden Hutchinson. It was like he had a dope mate. I was like, dog, touche to the Lion fan. I'm happy for everybody in Detroit. I love that Matthew Stafford gets to come home. And like you said, I believe his wife is the great grandkid of a Ford. Like he always going to be welcome in Detroit. But it's the Lions year right now, man. And the Rams, they also did an Alabama and snuck in the playoffs. So I'm Detroit all the way. Who you got, Super Dave?
I got the Rams.
No, you don't. You just saying that to just say that.
No, I'm not just saying that.
Why you got the Rams, Super Dave?
They have Stafford. You just brought him up. But have y'all seen this kid that's a rookie that's putting up numbers like he did this year?
The little hard name boy, the little, what's his name? Pokemon or Pikachu?
Yeah.
The other wide receiver.
Okay, all right. All right. There's a reason why you should feel that way.
He's sweet, but that defense for Detroit, dog, I'm just saying. Next game.
No, what defense? That's the same.
Man.
That secondary is horrible.
We
And
gonna
Rock didn't
mock.
admit that.
We gonna
Like
mock.
I've been saying all year, the Lions is going to the playoffs and they will get out the first round. So I too say that with you,
Next
Rock.
game. Next game.
The next game is the Monday night game. Ugh.
Buccaneers upset over the doggone Philadelphia Eagles.
What
They're
happened
done.
to the Eagles? They started out
No
10-1.
way, dog. No
Done.
way, dog.
Done. Done. I said it. They're done.
You've been
And
riding
listen.
with the Bucks all year, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, no, I gave Jalen Hurts his props. I'm like, man, I finally was like, because remember, I was on the teeter talk, the seesaw, whatever. I was like, at first, I'm like, man, I'm not always sold on Jalen Hurts. I mean, he good. I root for him, but I just don't know. And then I finally changed my doggone thought and said, man, the dude just wins. I got to give him his props. He wins.
That's
and
when
as
they
soon
was
as I said that,
10-1.
and as soon as
then
I
he
said that,
Lost
he lost
5
5 in a row. So maybe he was who I thought he was. I don't know.
Right.
I think the Bucks gonna get him, man. They finna lose 6 in a row.
Who you got, Dave?
I'm going with the Bucks.
Wow.
Eagles have looked bad, and I think after watching them against the Giants on Sunday, they've given up on their coach. I think their coach has lost them in the locker room. If you watch that game against the Giants, they had everything to play for. They still playing for
Losing to the Giants, dog.
To the Giants, you had a chance to play for the number 2 seed. No matter what the Cowboys were doing.
No matter what, dog, you just had to win a game. It ain't have nothing. You absolutely right, dog. I'm going with them because I think they're going to say, okay, y'all, nobody will remember anything if we beat the Buccaneers, go to the next one, beat who we need. Like, I think they'll get focused.
You may be without A.J. Brown. You remember that?
Yeah.
He got hurt in the game.
Jeez,
Yep.
right. Well, the Buccaneers ain't over there all super duper fresh on
Okay,
off.
but
They ain't got no pressure.
I like Baker Mayfield. I know. And I was going to.
They ain't even supposed to be
and
there.
you're at home. Tampa's at home.
Shoot, Tampa ain't even supposed to be in the playoff this year.
Ain't even going to the link.
No.
I got Philly. Next game.
That's it.
So
Right.
those your playoff teams right there.
There it is.
We'll find out after Monday. After Monday night when those two teams play each other.
The next time y'all hear is episode 83, we're going to be. This is going to be fun. I like this time of the year, dog. I ain't going to lie. Oh, shout out real quick. The USFL and the XFL merged. You know, remember I was watching the XFL, and I know you was watching some of them Dallas games, the Renegades or something.
Yeah, with
in the XFL, Bob Stoops' team won out of DC. And then in the USFL, I ain't watched no more, but I'm glad it's just one. It start March 1st. So we get a little bit off of the either the top of March or the end of March. But I know we're going to have some football again, dog. I don't care. I'm here for the football, dog.
Well, hey, we want to know before we get up out of here, Griff, and we'll get into this about where you think Jim Harbaugh is going to wind up. Is he coming back to Michigan? Is he going to go get an NFL job? Is he going to take a break and chill? All right, man. What you think, Griff? Is your coach coming back, or is he going to get that NFL check?
You ain't got to play all that. You already know what's going to happen. He's out of there.
I actually believe that because of last night, Michigan will make him a gabillion, jillion, gillionaire, and it's no way a team in the NFL is going to pay him. You know, in my mind, I would love for him to stay. I know he got hella options. His brother's in I mean, you know, it was cool to see his brother was there. One of the first people that hugged him when he got to the stage. If he leaves, Michigan's done for football for a minute. Although if he leaves, like I said last night, I would love for him to tell the school, hey, this young brother that sat in for me for these 7 games, I would love to pass the reins of my knowledge to this young man. I would love that if he leaves, that he leaves and leaves with a predecessor.
They brought him in 2015, right, to win a national championship. He just won a national championship. He's had to deal with the NCAA over the past year.
He hate him too.
And even if he didn't do some of the things that they're saying he did, some of them might be true, some of them might be false. But the bottom line is he didn't want to deal with that anymore. He got his national championship. What's the one thing he didn't do in the NFL? He got to a Super Bowl with Kaepernick.
Against his brother.
Yeah.
And his brother has won a Super Bowl. We can talk about all the money. They got money. Now, you could always have more money. That's fine. But I think in the end, with a guy like Harbaugh, the bottom line is I want to win a Super Bowl.
But why?
Your legacy.
You're right. No. Yeah, and then your brother's a coach and you a coach, and you don't get to be at Thanksgiving talk about, well, I got that college championship, and then your brother open up his big giant Raven ring. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that part. But why? Dog, remember he left because them boys wasn't listening to him, because them grown men wasn't listening to him. So stay where you can change some lives.
But
I mean, and this coming from a Michigan fan too, so
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you got a chance to go to San Diego, well, what's San Diego? Well, the Chargers, the LA Chargers, or the Washington Commanders, who probably give him whatever he wants and let him go buy the groceries too. If he goes there and he gets the money and gets to buy the groceries, or has a pretty good GM that he can work with, NFL is the next level. That's what everybody wants to get to.
I mean,
even Nick Saban did it, but he couldn't get those guys to do what they did at Alabama, which is listen to him. I'm talking to grown-ass men. Harbaugh has been there. He's done that. He's been to the Super Bowl. He can do that again.
But here you and your brother got a whole system going. Y'all gotta listen. They go to Michigan, I send them to you. I get a defensive coordinator in the NFL, I send him to you. He becomes a defensive coordinator, I bring him back. Like, they got a whole farm thing going as the Harbaugh brothers, man.
What's left if you're talking about coming back next year to a 12-team playoff system? Now you got a Big Ten that's going to get even tougher, because now you have Washington and Oregon that you got to deal with, USC and UCLA. Now you're not going undefeated. Nobody's going undefeated. We're not going to see that anymore.
Yeah,
because these conferences are big name conferences now with big name teams in there. You're going to lose a couple of games. Can you handle that?
Saying why come back and go 13-3?
13-3, and still people being not satisfied. People are happy right now. But you know how we all think. What are you going to do for me next year? We're going to forget about this. 2024 is on your shirt right now. That will be forgotten. And when it's this time next year, trying to win a national championship, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Harbaugh going to the NFL, man. He don't want he don't want to deal with that NCAA no more. As far as people gonna put the asterisk up there, but I think he's done with that. He's going to the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
And nobody can never. And that's what I was saying. Nobody can take that championship away from him. We can play all we want on it, but the bottom line.
But in the end,
he's got to rebuild. And he's got to rebuild.
It's like Michael Penix Jr. losing last night. If he go be awesome in the NFL, don't nobody care about that. Ain't nobody gonna remember that Washington game.
But hell, damn, Michael Penix was 30 years old last night playing against y'all.
First of all, if he don't take that purple do-rag off, looking like the first 7th grader in the lunch cafeteria.
You got to keep them waves fresh, dog.
I ain't never seen him without the cap on, dog. Like, I was like, okay, dog.
And then the other thing, too, if you want to have a legitimate free agency, it's the NFL. College football free agency is going crazy right now.
The portal.
It's not the NIL, it's the portal.
The NIL and the portal.
It's not the NIL. I said portal.
Why do you think the portal is filling up? Because of the NIL. Come on, man.
I'm not going there. It's the portal.
Man, come on, man.
No, listen.
It's both.
No,
they work together.
They changed the portal to now where anybody can play 1 year. You got these guys on a 1-year deal. They become free agents because if they don't get what they want, they don't get the playing time they want, like Ohio State.
Michael Penix was at Indiana.
It ain't just about the playing time. If they don't get what they want as well as this, I'm going to another school.
Okay, the kid from Ohio State who won 11-1. Where's he at now? He's at Syracuse.
Exactly, because he got a big check.
I would also run from our conference.
He wanted to know that he was going to be a starter next year.
And the check. I guarantee you, he got a huge NIL check with that.
And the other guy, man. DJ, y'all remember DJ? That went
from Clemson.
Went from Clemson to Oregon State. Mm-hmm. He's at Florida State now.
And he got a check waiting for him too. I promise you. Huge checks waiting for him.
The NIL is killing, not NIL, but the portal is killing because now you don't have to sit out anymore. I can transfer from one school to the next and play that next year.
And what else is it doing that I've been saying all year? It's leveling the playing field.
Oh my God. No, it's not. The same.
All right. On that note.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God. We're going to finish this conversation.
Watch. Wait to the NFL. I'm going to wait to the college football playoffs with 12 teams next year. Watch what happens. On that note.
12 teams we saw this year.
It's time to skedaddle, Adam's apple. That's I Hate the Homies, man. Episode number 82. Rock Teasy is who I beezy.
Rock, I'm gonna call your wife, dog, and make sure she tongue kiss you, dog. That was so unnecessary what you did just now.
I went too far.
It was this part for me right here, dog. When you Go Blue, Raider Nation, and I Hate the Homies, man.
And this your boy Super Dave. And the Cowboys got the Green Bay Packers this weekend. And like Jimmy Johnson said when he got put in the Ring of Honor just a couple of weeks ago, how about them Cowboys? It's our time now.
I don't even think he believes in that.
Yeah, I don't think he. Hey, Dave, I'm the leader of all the men. Don't put your foot on your wife's neck tonight, okay? She ain't do nothing. Let her live and let her have a birthday party, Dave. Hold on. Can we get a spa treatment?
Deuces. We'll see y'all next week, man. Holla.
I hate the homies.